Carlos Alcaraz, the Spanish tennis prodigy and current world number 2, finds himself with a surprise new opponent in the opening round of the HSBC Championships at Queen's Club. Originally scheduled to face Alejandro Davidovich Fokina, a late twist has rewritten the narrative. Davidovich Fokina, fresh off his wedding in Marbella, has withdrawn from the tournament due to illness. The update came just moments after Alcaraz had wrapped up a tight 30-minute training session with fellow pro Jordan Thompson. It was midday in London. The sun, modestly warm, shone over the immaculate grass courts of Queen's Club. As the news broke, Alcaraz turned to Thompson, nodded in thanks, and cracked a wry smile, a gesture that combined sportsmanship, amusement, and perhaps a sense of destiny. Because now, he will face Adam Walton. The 25-year-old Australian, a lucky loser in the qualifying draw, suddenly finds himself with a golden opportunity to stand across the net from one of the biggest names in tennis. For Walton, this is his main draw debut at this level, and what a way to start it, facing the reigning Wimbledon champion and former US Open winner on the pristine lawns of West London. Alcaraz, meanwhile, is no stranger to the Queen's Club atmosphere. He arrived in 2023 as a relative grass court novice but left as champion, surprising many with how quickly he adapted his ferocious baseline game to the quick, slick surface. His record at the venue currently stands at 6-1, a testament to both his talent and ability to learn fast. But 2024 wasn't as smooth. Last year, Jack Draper, the rising British star, ousted Alcaraz in the second round, giving the Spaniard an early exit and a taste of home crowd magic turned against him. Now, in 2025, Alcaraz returns with unfinished business. And yet, the road has taken a sharp turn. Walton steps into the arena not as a seasoned ATP 500 player, but as a hopeful underdog, a man with nothing to lose and everything to gain. The matchup between Alcaraz and Walton marks their first ever meeting on the professional circuit. Their Lexus ATP head-to-head record. 0. Blank slate. Two players who've never shared a net, about to write their own first chapter in the most unexpected of ways. Alcaraz, of course, enters as the overwhelming favorite. His resume dwarfs that of Walton's, and his momentum on grass, even with that Draper loss, remains formidable. With his explosive forehand, masterful drop shots, and fast footwork, he's considered one of the most entertaining players on tour. But tennis isn't scripted. Lucky losers sometimes turn into legends. Walton, though inexperienced at this level, has proven himself resilient in qualifying rounds. He's got the Aussie grit, the underdog fire, and now, the chance of a lifetime. And there's another twist to this tale. Jordan Thompson, Alcaraz's practice partner, could very well be his next opponent. Thompson is set to face John Muir in his own first-round clash. Should he win, a second-round showdown with Alcaraz becomes a real possibility. Practice might turn into competition quicker than expected. Imagine the psychological layers there. Friendly drills one day, fierce rallies the next. Alcaraz and Thompson have already shared the court, albeit in training. They've exchanged shots, laughs, and strategy. Come the second round, that camaraderie could turn into combat. But before any of that unfolds, Alcaraz must focus on Walton. In these early rounds of a tournament, especially on grass, there's little room for hesitation. Momentum builds quickly, or it slips away just as fast. Alcaraz knows this. He's lived through the ebbs and flows of form, the shocks and triumphs that only tennis can deliver. He knows what it's like to be the new kid, the fearless upstart. And now, the hunted champion. Fans at Queen's will be eager to see how this story begins. Will it be a routine win for the Spaniard? Or will Walton summon a performance worthy of a headline? One thing's for certain, the atmosphere will crackle with anticipation. The contrast in styles adds spice. Alcaraz, with his spin-heavy forehands and touch at net, versus Walton, who brings a more traditional Aussie court sense, flat strokes, low slicing, and a willingness to rush the net. It's a clash of modern finesse and classic resolve. Off the court, Alcaraz remains as charming and grounded as ever. After learning of the change in opponent, he didn't grumble or show frustration. Instead, he gathered his team and spent the next few minutes playing tennis golf, a fun, casual drill used to unwind and recalibrate. That's classic Carlos. Always focused, yet never too serious to miss the joy in the moment. And while Davidovich Fokina's exit is unfortunate, there's something poetic about it. A man steps away from tennis for a moment of personal joy, marriage, and fate opens the door for another to step in. For Walton, this is an audition on the biggest stage he's yet experienced. For Alcaraz, it's an opportunity to kickstart a grass court campaign with confidence and command. The HSBC Championships always deliver surprises, and this early twist is proof. The field is shifting, the narratives are evolving, and the spotlight is swinging. As Tuesday approaches, all eyes will be on center court. The champion versus the debutante. The titan versus the surprise. And somewhere in the stands, the ghost of that Draper match might still linger, a reminder to Alcaraz that nothing is ever guaranteed on grass. But this is a different year. A different draw. A different Carlos. He comes not to participate, but to dominate. To prepare for Wimbledon. To reassert his place at the top. Walton will walk out with nerves, perhaps, but also with hope. The crowd will get behind him, as they always do for underdogs. But when the first ball is struck, only the cleanest, fastest, and smartest game will survive. Carlos Alcaraz, tennis golf champion of practice courts, soon to be warrior once again. And Adam Walton, unknown to many today, could be remembered forever, depending on what happens in those precious few hours. That's the beauty of this sport. One match can change everything. One win can shake the world. And one moment, between giants and dreamers, can become immortal.